Hi, this is Rob.
And Katie from Livin Lovin Disney.
With a big thanks for listening to the podcast. But we'd also like to remind you to subscribe, follow, and rate us on the following sites: iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, Spotify, or Podbean.
Also, you can find us on Facebook. We'd love to hear some suggestions and comments that we could use maybe in our future shows.
Hello, everybody. This is Rob and Katie, and welcome into Livin Lovin Disney. Tonight we have another shortened episode.
Wow.
What? Because we didn't do our regular intro.
Okay. That's okay. It's
Sorry,
all good.
Katie.
You didn't even let me say my
sorry.
name. But it's all good.
I said your name.
You have the power. Go for it. Move
I
on.
do have the power. Tonight we're going to do a little bit of movie review. So we're going to talk about Soul, the newest Pixar movie that was released on Disney+. But to start off, we would like to talk about some news. And one of those is, Katie, we'd like to, or Mickey Bits, talk about some of the DVC specials going on right now.
So they have a couple of specials going on trying to lure people to the parks and get them to stay in the resorts. I know that when we were down there last, before we even left our hotel, my brother got offered a 30% off offer to stay back in the resorts and booked himself another vacation, and they'll be there in 13 days.
I mean, how long have we been back?
And not even that. Yeah, they were already...
And they were going back, and we're like,
I know.
They were bragging about it when we were walking down Disney Springs. Guess what? Should we tell them? And then they told us, I'm like, you dogs.
Yeah. We love them. We're jelly.
Yeah.
So they quickly rebooked. Now, after that, right now, they're offering, if you buy 4 tickets, you'll get 2 free days. Because he did a purchase that outside of DVC. He didn't use his points.
Right.
He just paid because it was 30% off. He just bought it. So he didn't qualify to get the free ticket deal. And they checked it back and forth if he'd have done it that way. He actually saved more with the 30% off. Okay. For as much as they go, they only go to each park once. They pick 3 parks.
So for DVC,
them.
There's a couple extra days of tickets there if you get 4-day tickets.
Right. And they are doing a special 30% off to try to encourage you to stay in the parks if you're outside of DVC. And then also, there's a lot of stuff going on.
Because when I was looking through our email today, I saw a lot of specials.
There's a lot.
Look into it, people. If you're looking to go to the park, there are a lot of specials going on. So
they're trying to encourage people to travel again and trying to entice you. Alani has a special on it too, and that was 30 to 40% off also.
Now, what's going on there? They still really cracking down on things over there in Hawaii?
I hear that it's opening up, but you still have to be tested before you fly 72 hours and then tested again once you land. And then once they receive the clearance that you are not infected, then you are, I think, tagged or banned.
You're not an infection.
I know. You get like a green armband or something. Okay. I've been reading on Facebook, and then you're free to roam around there once you've been
around the resort.
Yeah, free to roam the resort. I think you can get to the beach. I think you can go places. Not all places are open. There's a lot of restaurants and stuff that are closed. So you will have some, and tours, and some of that is still closed. So a lot of that still hasn't opened, but it's starting to open back up. Yeah. They're advertising some of those other things, some of the add-ons and tours that used to be closed. So hopefully as it opens up, it'll get back to normal, but everybody's got to kind of jump through the COVID hoop to get there. If you're willing to jump through COVID hoop, then more power to you. Enjoy the beach.
Right. Yeah. A few other things that are going to be opening up here soon. You were talking about Blizzard Beach. When's that supposed to open? Blizzard
Beach opens March 2021.
So that'll be nice because there hasn't been a water park open up in a while since the whole COVID thing. It's just about been a year.
It'll be a year by the time they reopen.
Yeah. So that'll be really nice to have a water park open up. Give you something else to do while you're there. Yeah. And then last time we went to Disney World, there were no shows. So
It was very sad.
Just saw that the Festival of Lion King is going to open up. And when's that opening up, Katie?
Summer 2021.
Thank God, I really missed it.
I really missed the shows.
I'll be honest, Animal Kingdom, and we'll talk about this probably more when we talk about our trip a little more on another episode, but I really missed the shows in Animal Kingdom because that's a really big part of that.
It's huge. It's huge in that park.
I
of
don't
my
know if it is
day,
for others,
things
but
I look forward to. Yeah, I love that show. And
Festival,
I love
Lion King and Nemo are really good.
And just that's where we take our break.
So that's exciting. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah. So I'm excited for the actors. That's a whole bunch of people getting their jobs back. And that's exciting too. That we're starting to see people coming back. Yeah.
People are getting laid off and stuff. So it's really exciting to see people come back and see the parks starting to get back to normal a little bit. So there's something to look forward to there. Now, I heard something kind of interesting today when I was listening to another podcast. It wasn't a Disney podcast, but they were talking about Disney Plus because one of the guys on the podcast has young kids, and he was saying that Disney Plus has kind of cracked down on restrictions on some of the shows that they show on there for children under 7, putting a restriction. Limits? Yeah, like a restriction limit. Now, this is what he said. I don't know if it's true, but I couldn't believe it myself. He said shows like Dumbo and the Aristocats, and they were like, "What?" They're like, "They're like what?" And because Dumbo's got the crows in there. They're kind of racist, I guess.
They talk like colored. Okay.
I see a dragonfly.
I see a horsefly.
And they have that kind of
I even
persona.
Saw a horsefly.
So like young kids really care. They don't. I don't know why they think they're being
educated,
dramatized by it. And then also the Aristocats. They have the Siamese cats. We are Siamese, if you please.
Well, that and they have the black cat singing jazz and.
So I mean. I think it's a little ridiculous. Kids don't care about that stuff.
They really
Why
don't.
do adults have to
Why
put
do
their
we
little
have to
thoughts into
it?
stuff and outthink stuff? I mean, kids are just having fun, man. Just let them watch the show. There's nothing bad there.
I watched Grease when I was a little kid. I watched this movie a zillion times, right? Because my mom liked the music in it.
Yeah, I love the
we
music
sang to it. I grew up singing these songs. And it wasn't until I was an adult with children of my own that all of a sudden...
Oh my gosh,
I connected the dots. And I went, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And it dawned on me.
But as a kid, you're singing the song.
And instantaneously as a parent, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want my kids watching that. And then I remembered... And I sure didn't get it. I was just singing the tunes and their catchy little licks, and it didn't even connect the dots on me. Why are they going to connect the dots? They're not. They're just
adults,
singing.
We get a little bit
because
overprotective and
we know too much.
Think kids are really picking up on this stuff. I mean, if you watch a Warner Brothers cartoon, I mean, there's both adult humor, and kid humor in there, and the kids. God, what was it? One of the kids was watching when we were watching during Christmas time, we were watching The Grinch, Who Stole Christmas with Jim Carrey.
That's so funny.
Okay?
I love that movie.
There was stuff in that movie that I never picked up on before that was just like totally adult humor, but the kids aren't picking up on that. And I just now
you catch
up on it. How old is that movie?
We probably watched that movie 50 times, at least.
Yeah, so let's stop being so anal about stuff.
So let's just say,
come on, let's let the kids watch the show.
Was one of Aaliyah's favorite movies. She watched this movie so many times, I wasn't sure if I could get it out of my DVD player.
That was one of my favorite Disney cartoons.
She loved that movie. End to end to end, just keep replaying. At any point, did you, think of anything other than cute cats and what? I mean, what went through your head when you're watching that movie?
It was just a story about...
Bye-bye.
Thrifty Kurt here. Discover the wonders of buying and selling online, also known as arbitrage. I show you what items I've sold and how much you can get for them. I also have a newsletter that gives you a detailed look on exactly how much I spent and how much actually I paid in fees on all the biggest platforms. eBay, Facebook, etc. Remember, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Substack, which is my newsletter. It's Thrifty Kurt with a K on all those platforms. Sign up today. Bye.
Cats to me.
Story about cats and fun music. Did you ever think that
Jazz.
the black
I mean,
cat or any of that linked?
They got the villain in
No?
there, you know.
How about
it's like
Dumbo? Other than the weird
I always fell asleep in Dumbo. That was my nap movie.
and the,
I
the
mean,
clown part,
they got the when he
Oh,
gets
yeah, I
pink
cried.
elephant part.
the
Nobody
pink
likes that
elephant
part.
part. I mean, there's some scary parts in there, but you know, as a kid, you're not thinking
The
about
new Dumbo movie
all
I
that
didn't
stuff.
like at all.
Yeah, that I
So
absolutely,
I never saw the remake.
absolutely despised the remake.
So, anyways, I just thought that was kind of comical when they said that. I'm like, are you kidding me already? Let's stop with it already.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Kids don't pick up on that stuff. I mean, I watched Warner Brother cartoons when I was a kid. I never once thought about running off a cliff because Wile E. Coyote did it.
Correct. And you
Yeah.
know what? As I was
Or
telling
hitting
my
somebody over the head with a bat. Or
my
anything.
husband was that, you know what, they're educating kids, tiny kids, who have no business learning certain things, opening their minds to sexuality and sexual preference and gay
Oh,
and
yeah,
color
in
and all these
schools,
things.
yeah.
When little kids at that age don't see color, they don't think about
They want
sex.
to play in the mud.
They want to play in the dirt, finger paint. They are not even going there. And we filthy-minded and etc. adults have to suddenly implement all these ideas into these little kids' minds. I don't want my kid in kindergarten being taught about sexual orientation. It does not belong there. So why are we implementing that and being so cautious? Oh gosh, we don't want them to possibly think there might be something bad with Dumbo. I mean, come on. It's
I mean,
ridiculous.
Dumbo is kind of I mean, it's kind of sad. It's a sad movie.
So
but
suck it up, Buttercup. There's a lot of sad in
I'm saying.
Disney.
I know.
There is.
Every movie,
Every
you got
movie-
your villain, you got your
Yep.
mistreated princess.
You
or
can't be
whatever.
politically correct 100% of the time. There's
You
going to
learn.
be
You try to learn the lesson.
diversity and
It's-
color.
yeah,
And
it's teaching a lesson.
Exactly.
Basically, try to get that. Teach that to your kids.
enjoy the lesson,
movies.
enjoy the music, enjoy the story,
Right.
and quit picking it
Anyway.
apart. Good Lord.
Thanks for
Okay,
that.
I'm off my soapbox now. For the moment.
Hope you all enjoyed that. So with that, let's get on to the movie review of Soul. I mean, I didn't know what to expect on this. They released it because the theaters are all closed and whatever. They released it on Disney Plus, and so
Which is nice that Disney's been
I
doing that.
thought, oh, I'll flip it on and check her out. So with that, tell me what you thought, Katie.
It was okay. It had cute parts on it. The storyline kind of flowed. I get it. It was a little slow moving for me. I would probably maybe watch it again just to see if maybe I missed something that would have connected the dots better, because it's not something I would be like, oh my god, I gotta have that in my collection. I watched it. I'm
If
okay
you were
with
to
it.
rate it,
I would have
where would
rated
you rate
it-
it? From 1 to 10? What would
Oh
you say?
gosh, it would have been low. It probably would have been like maybe a 3, made for TV. It's
So
not
it's not going to
something-
be in your top 10
No,
Pixar movies.
No. And I know that it got great ratings, and half that's because we're all bored to tears and got nothing else to watch. So you release a new movie, of course we're all going to watch it. That's kind of different than going to the movie theater to go watch it. You're watching it for
Right.
free on TV. So it's a big different world. It was okay, but I think they could have done better with it. I wasn't impressed with it. It's not quality of a musical.
I mean, the
or Disney
animation
movie.
in it, for the most part, was
It was all right.
Pixar
Yep.
animation, you know, and
They
I
do a
enjoyed
great
that.
job.
I always enjoy their animation techniques and stuff.
Yeah.
Like you, I thought it was a little slow at parts.
Mm-hmm.
I found myself kind of wandering off a little bit on some of the parts. Mainly the parts where they're, I don't know if you want to call it the spirit world part of
Yeah.
it or whatever. That was a little slow for me. The other characters, I can't remember the character's name, but it had a good message to it.
Yeah.
When I got done watching it, I thought, okay, it was a little slow in some parts, but it had a good message in the
Right.
end to make the most of your life. I think that's what I got
Basically.
out of it. Like, take
Yeah.
what you got and make the most of it. Don't waste all your life on one thing. Kind of
Right.
make sure you experience life. You know?
All right. And it's almost that, be careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
He pined so hard for one thing in his life that he was missing all the life that he was living.
That's what he learned
that's what
by
he had to
because
learn.
their souls
Yeah.
got switched.
And hearing what people thought of him, and him talking with a different kind of personality, like in that barber shop, realizing, how much better they connected when it wasn't him, when the other soul was in there. And they were like, wow, that was great.
Well, yeah, he learned from that.
It was like, huh.
I thought it was kind of funny, though, when he finally got that, in the beginning, when he finally got that gig.
Yeah.
And he's all excited and he fell in the manhole. Of course, the thought did go through my mind, oh, he died. He just died. But it was a cartoon, so I thought, maybe not. But then that's what happened. I know,
that was kind of weird detachment there for me, back and forth. I was like, your soul leaves your body when you die. So how are they just like hopping back and forth between the souls in, souls out? Where the hell's the body all this time, back and forth? And I don't know. It just, the concept was a little scattered for me.
Yeah, it was a little different. I know they tried to just do, that's what they always try to do. They try to do something different out of the box, And it
was. I liked the music. I liked the character.
Yeah, the music was good.
I liked the story. I liked what they tried to tell.
It had slow points in it.
It was kind of slow. And
so if I were to rate it,
right,
it wouldn't be in my top 10,
nope.
or even, top 10 Pixar movies for sure. I probably like some of their short ones better than Soul.
True.
I mean, they could have shortened it up even a little bit, probably cut some stuff out and made the pace go a little bit faster. But
I Lava You was better than Soul. I'm sorry.
You think so, huh?
Yeah, I love that cute little I Lava You. There's some cute ones, that they've done. But that's my personal preference. There's other people that may have just absolutely loved it.
Yeah. I mean, that's the beauty of it, right?
What did you think? Didn't like? No?
She didn't like it too much.
13-year-old said, eh.
Yeah, I don't think it kept her attention like some of the other ones did. So.
Correct. It didn't have excitement. Didn't really have a chase going on that was huge. It was pretty melodramatic as you went through it for kids that age.
Yeah. So there you have it. That's our review for Soul. I hope you have a better experience than we did. I enjoyed parts of it. I did enjoy parts of it. I always try to look at the artistic value of it too.
Yeah.
When I watch those, because I enjoy it.
I think the animation was done very well.
Yeah. That's always top notch. So.
Finding Nemo show coming back.
Well, I'm sure.
I hope Finding Nemo show comes back shortly after Lion King.
Yeah, it probably will. So, anyways, with that, folks, do you have anything else you want to add?
Not at the moment. I'm sure we have more to talk about. We have so much to talk about, but we're trying to do it in little.
These are kind of junior
juniors to keep things moving along here, and keep you guys in front of us and us in front of you. So
it's been a while since we our last one was our closure episode. So
we're going to try to do more of these little juniors here and there.
We've had a lot going on
and fit it into our life a little better, maybe, because sometimes it's hard to fit in a long episode.
Yeah.
So we're fitting in some small ones, and we will still do some longer ones. But this way, at least you're hearing from us more often. We love you. We want to get this into a stronger habit for us. Yes. COVID kind of put the burn on us a little bit, but we're trying to move forward.
It's kind of hard. And I think a lot of podcasts are feeling that. But there's a lot of, I have to say that there are a lot of podcasts, Disney podcasts out there that are doing a great job of getting their content. And
they inspire me.
Even though they're not going to the parks
Disney,
as much
they have
as
content.
they used to, they've been really doing a great job, and I applaud them for that. There's some new ones out that are doing a really great job. So.
Right, and the more we do some of these little ones and just talk about a topic.
Disney Assembled's one of them.
Yeah.
They seem to just be cranking along, which
they just really pick a topic and start talking about it, and
good job,
we need to do more of
Disney
that.
Assembled.
Kudos.
Good job. So, anyways, till next time, we will see you later, and you guys have a great week.
Have a magical week.